Once more, Kanye West is at long last standing up after Kim Kardashian was presented for attempting to incite him. "You will break your loss again. Are you bugging? No doubt. Did you follow me?" Reports are beginning to flow that Kim Kardashian is losing it right now since her ubiquity is on the decay. And she's currently purportedly attempting to estrange her ex Kanye for exposure. "I think we went now. And again, you realize we went around 8 months without addressing each other toward the start of the separation. And afterward, you realize we began talking once more anyway. It seems as though Kanye has had enough of Kim involving his name for PR. And he's currently requesting that she lets him and his significant other Bianca be. Nevertheless, how precisely did Kim attempt to incite Kanye? And what did Kanye say about Kim involving him for exposure? We should get into it, you popular brother. That is the thing. Are you taking photographs? Nothing else. So your renowned brother, except for I actually got rice as a man oak. I actually got bigotry, man. It seems as though Kim Kardashian is attempting to provoke Kanye, and Kanye is presently at long last calling her out for badgering him at this point. You've most likely seen different reports in the media that the Kardashian period is reaching a conclusion, and that Kim and her family are over the hill. Well, Kim has seen these reports as well, and inside sources are saying she's currently trying in vain for exposure. See, the last time Kim had huge exposure was the point at which she was dating Pete Davidson. And since Pete unloaded her, she's been battling to remain pertinent. Even stalwart Kardashian fans are saying they're worn out and exhausted of watching Kim display her abundance without offering anything of significant worth to people in general. As a matter of fact, fans on the Kardashian devoted subreddit have been discussing this for some time, and they all concur Kim is essentially not that young lady any longer. One fan remarked, "Has the fanatic Kardashians stand all alumni without a doubt of becoming ill of their pet." And another fan said their 15 minutes is up. Nobody minds any longer. Their storyline is done basically anyway. We as a whole realize Kim lives for distinction, and she's not going down easily. We additionally realize that Kim never had more exposure than when her name was connected to Kanye. So it's a good idea that she would attempt to utilize his name to recover her pertinence then. At that point, begin hypothesizing that Kim was attempting to incite Kanye for PR. Soon after Kanye got hitched to Bianca, Sensory back in January, Kanye was associated with a quarrel with the paparazzi at North's B-ball game, and fans conjectured that Kim paid the paparazzi to follow Kanye and Bianca seat before Kanye wedded Bianca. Paparazzi were in every case cordial with Kanye anyway. When he carried Bianca to North's down, the paparazzi attempted to threaten him and offered a few discourteous remarks about him and his children. Everyone must stop. When I see my child brother, man, like, what do you maintain that we should do? It's 100 of us. It doesn't really matter to me the number of, well, what that would you like us to do? Would you like to hear everything that I need? You better believe it. Say to us what you believe we should do on the off chance that I really want to see my children. How about you shooting oak? You can't return home and see them. Like, what do you maintain that we should do? It's a public spot. This very seemed to be an arrangement. And many fans estimated at the time that Kim told the paparazzi to incite Kanye, so she would seem to be the stable, dependable parent anyway. This didn't actually have the impact Kim was expecting, and Kanye figured out how to disregard the show. Yet, when reports arose in the several months prior that Kanye and Bianca are doing extraordinary, Kim apparently attempted to incite Kanye again back in spring. US Week by Week detailed that Bianca has met Kanye's children, and an insider said they appear to have an exceptionally consistent relationship. And close to this time, Kim became famous online after fans blamed her for utilizing North's TikTok recordings to incite Kanye. See, during Kim and Kanye's separation, Kanye was extremely vocal about Kim conflicting with his desires and allowing North use to TikTok to estrange him. Hello everyone. I just got off the telephone with Kim. I advised her to quit threatening me with this TikTok thing. I said it's at absolutely no point in the future I am her dad. I know you all don't regard fathers and the possibility of family in media. Attempts to advance something I said, I'm not permitting my girl to be utilized by TikTok. Yet after Kanye acquainted his better half Bianca with North, Kim went above and beyond and let North post TikTok recordings dressed as rapper Icest and lip synchronizing to grown-up themed verses. Yet the show didn't end there on the grounds that half a month after the fact, Kim and North's joint TikTok account strangely vanished, in keeping in mind that Kim at first guaranteed North needed to have some time off from virtual entertainment. It was subsequently revealed that the record got restricted by TikTok. Northwestern Kim Kardashian's TikTok account has authoritatively been prohibited. She is 9 years of age, you must be 12. Kim ultimately figured out how to re-establish the record, yet that doesn't mean she quit attempting to incite Kanye. As a matter of fact, fans are estimating that Kim is presently guiding North on what to post to attempt to push Kanye's intentionalities. Buttons one fan remarked, I for one suspect that North truly was being urged to post on TikTok, in light of the fact that essentially each and every video she posted, she continued to make these riot signals with her face. Like in the event that she was deliberately making a joke out of her TikToks. The main time I felt like I was watching the genuine North communicate her thoughts is the point at which she was with her kin making smoothies or cosplaying her father. Yet Kanye again figured out how to stay calm and composed, and he didn't remark on North's TikTok contention. So Kim then evidently chosen to continue on toward Plan B and utilized Kanye's long-lasting faux Drake to make him desirous. Drake has a long history of savaging Kanye by making references to bits of gossip that he and Kim connected. And Kanye recently got down on Drake for playing industry games. You know, whether I had a sweetheart from Chicago, her name was Renetta, and afterward you was hitched to Rihanna, I wouldn't make no tune called Riri. So when you're similar to Gracious, I don't have the foggiest idea where it comes from. You're excessively shrewd for that, brother. You know where that come from. Don't make no record with nothing that could be mistaken, except for then on spring 31st. That very day, U.S. Week After Week revealed that Kanye and Bianca's relationship is consistent. Drake dropped a secret for his new track Salvage Me, which examined Kim discussing her separation from Kanye. I didn't come this far to come this far and not be cheerful, Oak. The example was taken from an episode of Cuck, in which Kim was shown conversing with her mother, Chris, about the second she understood her marriage was over. I didn't come this far to come this far and not be blissful. Drake likewise utilized a photograph of him and a Kim clone for the cover specialty of Salvage Me, and fans hammered both Drake and Kim for being unimportant and attempting to incite Kanye. Obviously, Kimmy Cakes supported the example. One fan said, I'm happy Kanye and Bianca are hitched and blissful miserable to see Kim doing these chaotic things in spite of Kanye being the dad of children. She couldn't care less. And another fan added, yippee, is light a long time past these two and won't answer since they're not on his level by any stretch of the imagination in any way. Well, Kanye made an honest effort from now onward, indefinitely quite a while, to disregard Kim's tricks and not answer anyway. He basically couldn't deal with it any longer, and he has of late sent a reasonable message that he maintains that no dramatization and simply needs everybody should let him and his significant other be. News as of late broke that Kanye chose to haul out of his arranged 2024 official race, and narrative producer Adam Chemico, who was employed to report Kanye's mission, let the day-to-day monsters know that Kanye's needs have changed and that he simply needs to carry on with a quiet existence with his better half in spotlight on his innovative tasks. Camacho reviewed that Kanye let him know statement right now. I'm carrying on one day to the next. I'm focusing on the school, the Donde Foundation, and my new spouse and my children. And that is all there is to it. I simply need to be let be. Another insider near Kanye additionally added that Kanye isn't centered around the political stuff at this moment. And his inclinations are centered around his youngster's family and inventive undertakings, yet regardless of Kanye asking everybody to let him be. It seems as though Kim can't help herself. And she was as of late uncovered by the previous Sprinkle News chief Gary Morgan for setting up her own paparazzi shots for PR. As per Morgan, Kim has an individual photographic artist that takes photographs of her, photoshops them. However, she would prefer and afterward offers them through paparazzi organizations to make them look open. On top of that, a clasp of Kim taking her child holy person out for burgers as of late became a web sensation on the grounds that Kim was shown getting into the vehicle before the children and pummeling the entryway behind her leaving holy person and his companion with the guardian unfamiliar. Music. Music. Applause. Music like him on finding Coachella by. Applause. Fans are currently saying this is simply one more confirmation that Kim is frantic for pertinence and she'll do anything.